Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you all are doing great. I am doing okay. It is the last day of 2021. Can you believe that? And here we are for our random act of kindness card. I did not mail out anything on the 22nd. I haven't mailed anything this month except for emails. I had big plans, of course, but my body was like, no, sit down, take some seats, take a load off. And as you can probably tell, I still have a little bit of a rasp in my voice. I think my voice is already a bit raspy, and it's still there. And I'm hoping today is my last day of sickness for a long time, like 100 years, right? So yeah, we could see if I can make it to 140 something, right? Anyway, so we're going to be using this cute little bird stamp, and it's a Unity stamp. And we're going to just go ahead and use some cardstock. And I was hoping that I had some grass, but I don't. So I'm just going to ink it up. I feel like this video is going to be really short, considering that we only have two things to do: the balloon and the little bird. So I want to talk to you about a few things. Nothing major, but important. So I never make New Year's resolutions anymore. I realize that that's just setting yourself up for some kind of heartache later on down the line. But I do set goals, because resolutions just sound so different than a goal, right? And goals, you can come back and adjust the goals as you need. This would be cute if it was two of those. And the stamps are really good. In my opinion, that's the great thing about a rubber stamp versus another stamp. You can just stamp on it and go and not worry about it. Anyway, that is cute. Now, I haven't been on the internet looking at the creations for these kits. I rarely do that unless I have no inspiration at all for whatever that they have created. I'm like, oh, why did they make this? Or what's going on with that? But in this instance, it's a cute little bird. And we're going to put "You're My Kind of Happy" right here, I think. But first, we're going to do some coloring. All right, so I decided that we're going to do some stenciling and masking, because I do have some stencils, and we're going to go ahead and color this all up. I think that it's going to be great. It's going to be very pretty at the end. If not, we could always start over, right? It's still just paper at the moment, although I've stamped this thing out twice now. So, it is what it is. At this point, it is what it is, more so than it's just paper. And we don't have to make this a really good mask. I think I might actually invest in some masking stuff, because, hear me out. I plan on making more than one card from now on, going forward into the future. I plan on attempting to make a minimum of 3 to 5, right? Is that even a good statement? A minimum of 3 to 5. Because, every year, like I said, I don't make resolutions, but I do set goals. And so I always just want to be better than I was yesterday for myself and everyone around me. But it is a few things I want to get better at doing, more so than not being bad at it. It's just get better at doing it. So we got some wrapping paper tape. And I do want to discuss a few things that I have been very, very, very adamant about not doing lately. And I want to continue that and just move forward. I had told Barry Crafty, I've seen a lot of people post Dollar Tree hauls lately for Valentine's Day. And, we're still in December. Which I'm not complaining about the stuff being available at the stores that are Valentine's-y. You need it. Especially in the craft community, because I feel like people have already moved on from the holiday as far as making things. But I also think that, you know, the 12 days of Christmas happens after Christmas. So when we're doing this, we've rushed we've rushed every holiday, and I feel like that's the part that I don't really care for. Is I want to savor, you know, like when you eat cake, a pie, or whatever yumminess that you have, you know, with as a crafter, I get it, but as a regular person going to the store, it could be a little bit off-putting to see all of the things ahead of time. But I understand how and why, so I'm not complaining. I told I said it's all gonna be sold out next week, and people gonna start doing those Valentine's DIYs, and you won't be able to find the stuff. I haven't really. This is gonna sound really snarky, but I haven't been buying things from Dollar Tree since the price went up to $1.25. Now, I did see just a haul before I started this video. I saw a haul video and I was like, oh, I need to look at this video. And I was telling myself the reason why I haven't really been going there, besides it being raised to $1.25, which kind of sounds petty, but you know, you can call me petty if you like when it comes to my money. I have a lot of the Dollar Tree stuff, and I have a lot of craft stuff. So do I need to purchase more, is what is the premise that I'm going with now. Like, when I buy things, am I buying it just because you did a video, or you showed me a link, or you did this and you did that, or do I really need it? And if I really don't need it, then I feel like I shouldn't really be buying it. Now, this is not going, if I'm making the chicken yellow, the little bird yellow, we got wild honey. Let's rethink this. Oh yeah, this is right. I'm gonna try and do some fading. So I did pick this really big square stencil up. I have so many things that I have in my head that I'm like, okay, we need to work on getting these things out of your head and create it before you forget them. Because if I'm in a store, I'm like, oh, this is a great idea. I really need to just start taking a notepad and writing the stuff down. Because my ideas all seem to come when I'm spending money. And once the bags are here, I'm like, what now? What now? But I will most likely still shop at Dollar Tree. I just need to be more mindful, because I normally buy more than one thing. So if you think about it, right? Say if you buy 4 items, you're now spending $5. And most of the time, as a crafter, I know that I normally don't go in and say, oh, I'm only going to get one of these really pretty stamp sets. I usually get 2 or 5 or too many. Especially like last year, I saw those. Was it last year? I still have them. I haven't mailed them out yet. Those stamp sets. I was like, oh, I need all of these. Like, I was one of the first. They still had them in the box. And I normally don't dig in boxes to get them out. Get the stuff out. Just wait for the employees to do it. But someone had, either an employee or a customer, nosy customer probably, had opened it up. And I was like, well, it's already open. Blah, blah, blah. And another thing I don't want to do is I don't want to see you haul your video and I'm like, oh, I really need that. Because ultimately, I really don't need that. I feel like a lot of stuff I have, I could probably just make and not even bat an eye at what they have going on there. That's cute, right? Very cute. We need to do the top, and so we're going to just scoop this down. I'm trying to make sure I could, let's just turn this over. Let's be smart about this. Let's not stress about that part, because we're probably going to end up cutting a little bit of it off, right? That looks right to me. I mean, it's not, but it looks right. I do like stenciling though. So yeah, I really Hope that you all have a great new year. Whatever you plan on doing, I most likely 100% will be asleep. The big roommate and little roommate are like staying up. I think I should have probably colored this in first, but you know, I haven't crafted in a while, so I'm gonna cut myself some slack today. I do like this though. That's cool. And you know, we did a little bit of baby masking. I like it. So let's go ahead and color this chick in. I had already pulled out the crayons, the color pencils, and these are Pentex. They don't have names, they just have numbers on them. So you just have to, if you're a color swatcher, I need to change this one. If you're a color swatcher, then of course, pull out your swatches. I swatch, but I don't use it sometimes. I had pulled out blue to color right here, but I feel like with this whole different colors fading in and out, we need to do a different color. And I was going to go with red, but I was like, no. If you know what I'm talking about, that's why I said no. No movies here. No movies, no famous authors with clowns and balloons. We're not doing that today. But it is a heart balloon. You could definitely make it red. We will not though. We will not. By me not feeling well these last couple of days, like the last weeks or so, I stayed at home a lot, and I realized that even though I'm a homebody, like I can stay home, after a while I get tired of seeing the same stuff and doing the same things, so I have to get out and go and do. But it just felt good to stay home. I just felt bad because, you know, it's just myself and a little roommate, and he needs to be entertained, kinda. Like, you know, corresponding, talking and playing and being loved on. And I'm like, don't get in my face. Like, you already breathe in the same air, but don't get in the face too much because, you know, I didn't want to get him sick. I'm going to color in a little bit of this just to get a balloon a different color perspective. I feel like this pattern definitely goes with happy, right? You see that? You just instantly like, oh, I like that. I like that. That's groovy. I want to use pencils versus markers because I want to really focus on doing a lot more coloring. I can't promise we're going to do a lot of crafting chats this year coming up, but I definitely want to focus more on coloring things. I have purchased some coloring books to tear the pages out and put them in some journals. So as far as like crafty goals, I do have some goals. I want to do more journals, not journaling. I don't journal, but I want to make more journals. I want to make more cards. I just want to make more, buy less, be happier. I don't want to get just craft satisfaction from purchases. I want to get craft satisfaction from a purchase and a creation. So, you know, I'm in a few collabs this year coming up. Some of them are repeat offenders, and then some of them are new offenders, I guess you could say. And I'm excited about all of them. And so you'll be seeing one real soon coming up. Real soon. And it's a lot of holiday themed situations, which is going to be real fun. For me at least. So now I don't have to worry about missing that holiday. I'm going to be crafting it. Alright, so I pulled out some cardstock, solid cardstock, and this Fiskars, I think it's Fiskars, yeah, Fiskars Cloud Baby Punch, and I'm just going to punch out a few of these. I love this punch. If these things weren't so bulky, I would probably invest more money in buying them, but they're so bulky. I have a shoe rack, you know, the ones that you can put over the door. So I have that. I got that idea from Ruth's Inkwell. And that's how I store some of my punches. So I thought this would be nice to put. So I cut this down. This is 4 by 5.5. No, it's not. It's 4 by 5.25. I'm just gonna shave it off. Shave this little flyaways off. I'm gonna have to change my trimmer blade again. I didn't think that I had cut that much stuff from the last time, but apparently she has, and she's in denial about it, but that's okay. It could always be a little bit worse, right? So I got this. So I'm gonna put this here. Now I wanted to use, well, blue, you know, is one of my colors, but I wanted to use yellow because when you're telling someone you're my kind of happy, I feel like I always think of sunshine, right? You're my kind of happy. I'm gonna put it right there at the bottom. So I'm just inking this up, and hopefully we don't have to start over, right? We'll see. You know, I wasn't going to do a video for a multitude of reasons. My voice isn't where I normally am when I'm crafting. But I was like, you know what, let's do it. Because I felt better. So that made me happy. Yay, you are my kind of happy. That is cool. We're going to go ahead and glue this down. As you know, we proceed, I'm sure the postal service will increase. I think that flat cards is a lot easier to create and mail off, especially if you've invested in a few stamps over the last couple of years as they've went up. I remember when they first started going up, my mom was like, buy the stamps now because you can use them forever. And so I have some of those stamps in like a little box. I used to correspond a lot better. I was much better at being sociable back in the day. Now I'm kind of not that great at it. And that's another, not a goal, but something that I want to do. Just get better at being present in conversations. But I also, you know, have to make sure I keep my mental wits about me, I guess you could say. But I do want to send out, I love sending out random cards to people. Because people are not expecting to get a card just a random card. Who expects to get a random card in the mail? I know I don't. And when it happens, I'm like, oh, she sent me a card, or, you know, this happened. What? You know, like all frantic. And the first thing I think that we always think is, I need to mail them something back. But you don't. You don't have to mail a card back because someone sent you a card. You're thought of. So if you start, you know, doing things because someone does something for you, then I think that's not good. But if you like making cards and you want to send cards out, then of course do it. I plan on sending out a bunch of cards in January. I have Deb Hoke's Crafty Cottage. Her birthday's in January, and I miss her birthday every year. I miss her birthday, but I told myself, no, ma'am, not this year. You will get a card mailed out soon, right? And My World No KC, her birthday is coming up as well, and I want to get those two ladies at least a card, if nothing else, just because it feels good to receive something in the mail, right? Like a card or whatever. So I plan on doing that. Like I said, I need to make 5 cards, but I like to make each person's card unique to them. Or when I'm sitting here thinking of cards and people. I want to do that. So this year, that is a goal. I want to get better at mailing out stuff because people always remember my birthday, and I'm like, I know, even like, so my best friend and I, we've known each other for a long, long time. And although, I use best friend, that term very loosely now. We've aged and life and things change, right? Things change with best friends. So I do use that term loosely. We still correspond, but it's not like it was when we were younger. We were roommates. So, of course, things were a lot different. We saw each other's ugly face every day, right? This is on a bit crooked, but I mean, it's crafted straight. What was I going? What was I saying? I forgot. I don't remember. Isn't this cute? Flat cards are the way to go, I think. Flat mail. But anyway, I want to get those cards mailed out. And with my best friend, I always thought her birthday was the 21st of November. And it's not. Don't ask me why. And I was like, well, when is it? And so I have it, of course I have it wrote down now. And I sent her a text message this year. I was like, happy birthday. And she was like, I was expecting this tomorrow, the 21st. So I think it's on the 20th. And I was like, yeah, well, not this year, maybe next year or whatever. So we're going to do that. Trying to keep it flat. We don't want it to be too cloudy, though, because now it looks like it's about to rain on that parade, right? So let's just do these like that. Yeah. Had a little sunshine stamp. You all say the crafting community says odd numbers is more pleasing. I'm like, I like even. And I don't want to cover up that balloon. Let's just do that. Okay. And I want to use I have some bear stamps. I've been going through my stamps, so I do plan on getting rid of a lot of them soon. I may post them on here. I'm not sure. Or I may post them other places, but I plan on getting rid of a lot of them. You are my kind of happy. All right, so this is our completed random act of kindness card for December 2021. And I will be doing this next year, tomorrow. And I'll still post it on the last day. I won't call it a random act of kindness card or whatever. I'll just be like, outgoing happy cards or something like that. Something different. And if you want to play along, you are more than welcome. If you do play along and you make YouTube videos, please send me your information. I'll put it in the description box. It's no obligation. If you decide I don't want to do it this month, but I'll do it next month, I'll just keep it in there. If you make YouTube videos, then you'll probably have more than one video that people can go and see. If you want to just take pictures, I can put that on the Facebook group as well. So anyway, yeah, you saw me make the card. I enjoy this so much. I do have someone in mind that I want to send this out to. So I want to say thank you for watching. I hope that your year was full of wonderful, amazing things. If not, I hope that it gets better next year. And I hope that you are focusing more on yourself to feed yourself something to give to others. I'll say thank you for watching. Until next time, happy crafting.